Thank you, Mr. Srivastava. So, guys, welcome to this email marketing. Now, before we start, I will just request everyone, to just open their minds. Just don't think about this email marketing as a course book or a courseware subject. Think beyond limits, and think what are the possibilities that we can explore with email marketing. Any clue to anyone when did email marketing really started in India? Anyone had a wild guess or want to think about when did email marketing especially started in India? Anyone wants to talk about it? Any idea about it? You can type in or you can just feel free to talk. I'm open about it. So the concept of email marketing is pretty old, but with the modern day technology, it has taken up a modern shape. So anyone wants to think about it, when did really actually it started email marketing? It's an old concept in a new bottle. It's an old wine with the new stuff. Anyone? So guys, let me tell you, 2003, Mr. Khan, it's pretty early, huh? No, the concept of email marketing is pretty old. Now, I don't know, you guys might be born in early 90s or so, but I don't know whether you have come out to see these kind of experiences or not. During 70s and 80s, when there was no internet, when there was no digital world, what was happening is there was still old mailing system. You have postcards, inland letters, everything was there actually. I don't know whether someone has experienced it or not. During that time, you used to get some mails at your household, which was sent to you by your relatives, friends, or loved ones, or someone who acknowledges you to be close. And these mails on simple postcard or inland letter was having something unique. And can you guess what was the material or the matter of those mails? These were not simple mails which was sent to one relative to one relative. These were something unique. If you just can think about the characteristic of that mail, what was the material of that mail? If anyone can think about it, what not simple friendly or relative mails, that was something unique. And when compared to modern day, it was purely a email marketing tactics. So can anyone guess what was the material of that mail? Can anyone speak about it or share or type in the views? Okay, so let me tell you, these mails were pretty unique. They were sent from one relative to another relative, and these mails were having some unique substance. And what was that unique substance or material into it? They were simply talking about faith and belief. And what was the faith and belief was in? That please do these things, otherwise something bad or good will happen in 10-15 days. Have anyone come across these kind of mails? If anyone has come across these kind of mails in 70s and 80s in their household, please type in one. No one. Sorry. I guess I was the only one who came across these kind of so stupid mails. Huh? But if you see the characteristics of these mails, what were these mails? These were simple promotion of a belief and a faith. And if you see these mails in today's contrast or today's context, It was pure concept of email marketing, nothing else, but done in a traditional way, done with old tactics. Do this, do this, do this. And this is what we are doing in modern day. So the concept is old, the wine is old, but it is packaged in new bottle. It has been marketing in new style. With the digital world, things are in a new shape. So when we are talking about email marketing, we are talking about an old concept with new features and new style. Now, people say grow your business with email marketing, right? They say grow your business with marketing automation. Keep your system in an automation mode. Or as they say, if you are not able to make money while you are sleeping, you have to work all your life long. So this email marketing concept is coming in the same fashion where it is helping you build money while you are sleeping. Now the question is, what is email marketing? How you describe email marketing? What it is exactly? So anyone wants to throw some light on what is email marketing is? How would you like to define it in your own ways, on your own style? Okay. Now I'll let you know the some standard ways how email marketing is being defined. Wikipedia says email marketing is a direct marketing of a commercial message to a group of people using email. In its broadest sense, every email sent to a potential customer or a current customer could be considered as part of email marketing. So this is what Wikipedia is saying about email marketing. And when we talk about Webopedia, it says email marketing is a type of direct digital marketing that uses electronic mail as the marketing communication delivery method. So everyone is defining email marketing in their own context. Now, in simple terms, what exactly is email marketing? It is simply promoting your brand service via an email where the sender has given you a permission to send you an email. Now, in some context, this permission might not be there. But the modern day email marketing is totally based out or serviced upon this one factor, that is permission. That is what we'll be talking about in just few minutes. Now, any material you are sending digitally via email can be a part of email marketing. Now, email marketing is also getting modernized and customized with social media marketing, with SMSs, and some other channel of communication. So, in broader sense, anything which you are promoting, that might be a brand, that might be a service, which is sent to your customers, which might be a potential customer, which might be a current customer, is part of email marketing. Now, if you see the definition given by Kissmetrics, they very simply says that it's one of those legendary process of internet history formed when the road was still being paved and we were forging our way through the wilderness of what has the original World Wide Web. So it is the most traditional and most old style of marketing tactics which is still in place, and no one is able to remove this. There has been a lot of huge cry in the market that email marketing would be outdated, it's gone, it's dead. But my dear friend, email marketing is pivotal game changer in online marketing business, in digital business. No one is able to replace email marketing, neither in the past nor in the future. Anyone can do it. The only thing you need to know about email marketing is how to do it, but do it successfully. So basically, the concept of email marketing is simple. No rocket science is involved into it. In its broadest sense, every email sent to a potential or current customer could be considered as email marketing. That's what we are talking about. It involves using email to send advertisements, request, business, or solicit sales or donation, and is meant to build loyalty, trust, or brand awareness with your customers. So this is what email marketing is. Now, the big question is, do you really need it? Now, just see some figures about yourself. 91 consumers check their email daily. 74% of consumers prefer to receive commercial communication via email. 60% of marketers believe email marketing produces best ROI. 66% of consumers have made a purchase online. The highest return on investment in digital world is by email marketing, and that's 4,300%. So if you invest $1 in email marketing, you make something around about $43 with that effort of $1. 76% email opens occur in the first 2 days after email is sent. 48% emails are opened on mobile devices. Email marketing as a channel is growing up, and still the consumer says they believe email marketing as the most trusted option to build up lead and build up sales. 72% of the consumers wish to receive email from businesses they do business with. Now, in B2B kind of business or a B2C kind of business, this really matters. That if I am doing business with any brand, or if I'm having a loyalty for any brand, I would love to open that email from that particular brand or that particular organization. 61% of consumers, wish to receive promotional emails from their favorites brand. That what is the latest? Any offers, any scheme, any discount coupons, whatever. They want the mode of communication through email. 70% of consumers say they always and will always open email from the favorite companies. And this is what matters the most, that your audience, your client, your customer is waiting for you, so that you are in business and you make them feel important. And this is how this channel of communication prolongs. 95% of customers, audience, client who has registered for your email say they found it very useful, that it is what they have been waiting for, and this is what they require actually. So this is what consumers behave as per email marketing. So email marketing is here to remain for a long term. Now, when we talk about email marketing, we are just not talking about bulk mailing stuff, right? We are talking about strategic email marketing. The modern day email marketing is all about strategy, how to do it. That's the real thing, and that's what we'll be talking about. So, do you really need it? That's what this is what we are talking about. And now the big question: why you really need it? How it will benefit you in long run. What is the fun of having email marketing strategy in your business? The first and the most important thing, it's affordable. You don't need any complex things. You don't need any high level infrastructure or customized softwares. You simply need a software and a standard infrastructure and you are good to go. Simple. Email marketing is low cost, and in many cases, if you are not having a huge list to promote to, you can still have free options. Now, for small business or small scale industries, well, I guess there are some messages coming in. You can easily afford it. So it's not that the cost of these email marketing would be huge on your pocket. No, it's not. It's simple. You have tailor made templates where you can simply customize as you wish. You don't need a specialized programmer or a specialized guy to use it. In in today's world, and in today's environment, if you are just decent IT literate, you can handle these email marketing specifically, unless and until you need a lot of customization at your end. So it's simple. They have ready-made templates, which you are simple drag and drop options where you can customize the stuff and customize as per your needs, whether it's color combination, material, content, you can do it all with clicks. So modern day email service providers do most of the work for you. Even if you are not having any designing capabilities or understanding or marketing experience, you feed in the data the way you want it and they will customize the stuff for you. And the another thing is they are customizable. Now, when we are talking about customization, we are not talking about customization of the content. We are talking about customization that which email need to be sent to which customer. You have different priority of customers, different styles of customers, and you want different customers to see different stuff. And that's what you can precisely do. When you think about traditional marketing, this thing was tough. You just think about that you are in a marketplace and you might have seen that there are a lot of loudspeakers are going on that this sale is happening at this place. But if you see that style, you are not able to target your potential customer. It's for everyone. But the benefit of email marketing is that you can really customize it to your target audience. And once you target to your audience, you have high potential and high probability to convert. And that's what modern business is all about. And modern day marketing is all about. So now, as the saying goes, that's modern day marketing or marketing is a contest for attention. And this is what is happening through emails. Emails as a channel is a powerful channel of grabbing that attention of your customer. Now, this understanding need to be there that which customer or what kind of a customer is demanding what kind of a customization at their end. What they want. There are different customers, different types, different styles. So you can customize everything. There can be one-time customers who have visited first time to your shop, or online style, and you might give a different scheme to them. There are trusted customers who have been regular customers for you. You might offer a heavy discount or a coupon to them or a surprise gift to them being a loyal customer. So this customization you can easily do with your emails. And you can customize the emails in such a way that those individuals, that your potential customers or current customers or retained customers feel that you are speaking directly to them. You are addressing to them. You are understanding their concerns. You are understanding their pain areas. So this is how emails can be customized. Another thing, it's not only customizations, but you can easily measure the results. Now, when we talking about results, I guess someone has opened their mic. I would really request those individuals to put a mute onto it. Thank you. Now, results are measurable. So when we are talking about results, Now, results are not to a level that whether we have made a sale or not. We are talking about to result at a level whether my mail is delivered or not. If my mail is delivered, whether it has been opened or not, whether my mail has been opened, whether it has been read or not. If it has been read, some action has been taken or not. If after action it has been deleted or it has been marked as unread or moved into any box, everything is measurable. So we are easy to handle these kind of a stuff where we can simply measure every possible metrics related to email, whether it's about deliverability, whether it's about readability, whether it's about how attentively mails has been put across, what is the content they are liking about, individuals are liking about. Now we can go to that level of customization also, that while reading my mail, where they are pointing the mouse on the email area. If it's a video in that mail, whether they are interested to see that video. If a picture is incorporated into that mail, they are seeing the picture. If the mail is having simple text or content, are they reading or not? Which paragraph they are reading the most, and how fast they are reading it, we can customize all. Now, this is the really the benefit of email marketing, that we are being able to measure results, which are not making only good business sense, but it is also important as a stepping stone to building relationship with customers. Now, when we are talking about results, it really help us, to customize our future transactions of mails, because we are able to understand the consumer behavior also, on which particular email my audience is taking what kind of action, whether they are reading it or they are not reading it. If they are reading it, how far they are reading it, why they are reading it, and why they are skipping onto it. So we have all these kind of results which we can easily measure and redefine our future strategy. So these results not only help us to modify strategy, but understand the consumer psychology, that how they behave and they are attracted to what. Now, when we are talking about emails, we are talking about a lot of things. Now, the question is, what kind of a different mails we send? We send information emails, we send transactional emails, we send dedicated emails. Now everything is self understandable, but can anyone help me understand what are transaction emails? Anyone would like to type in or just speak out? What do you understand by transactional emails? Okay, let me start with the transactional emails first. Now everyone is a has done digital marketing or yeah, Pulak, would you like to speak something about transactional emails? Nishu says, which I can share my mails to other. Not really, Nishu. That's not transactional emails. Okay, thanks, Pulak. Anyone else would like to try about transactional emails? Yeah, Nishu, you were trying to say something. Please go ahead. Okay, Abhishek, thank you so much. Okay, so I hope everyone has done some kind of a marketing or shopping on Flipkart, Amazon. Is it true or not? Just put a 1 if anyone has not done any shopping on Amazon or Flipkart. Great. So everyone has done. Oh, Mr. Jha, you have not done any shopping on Flipkart, Avinash? Hmm? Okay. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sheikh. You are so close. Thank you so much. That's nice. So, what is happening once you shopped on Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal? Once your order has been processed, and if you have paid online and or if you have selected, pay on delivery, you receive a mail. Now, this mail is part of transaction email. And in case of Amazon, if your delivery is, let's say, center is Bangalore and you are receiving it in Delhi, but it is going through 2, 3 destination, you keep on receiving those mails that your product has reached this particular shipping center. It has been dispatched from here. Probability of reaching that particular product to your destination is this. So these components, which is in regards, as Mr. Sheikh absolutely 100% on target said it, a transactional email is specific type of mail message that is accomplished some kind of an individual transaction. So it is talking about your particular product. That is one part. The another part of the story is, in future, once you receive that product and you have start using it, you start getting news about that particular product or that particular service in future communication. So this particular trajectory is part of transaction emails. Now let's say, for example, you have uh, asked for a particular book from particular author. Let's say you have ordered a book from Amazon about Chetan Bhagat. Now you will receive that communication, but after a week, some event is happening in regards to Chetan Bhagat, you will get a notification about Amazon. Or if there is any new book launched by Chetan Bhagat, you will get a new notification about it. Or if there is any past best-selling book of Chetan Bhagat, you will get a communication about it. So you will see these kind of emails will follow a particular trajectory. They will follow a particular channel or particular style. So these kind of a mails, which is in regards to a particular object or a service, is part of transaction emails. And now at this very particular stage, as a business owner or as a digital marketing professional, you need to define your strategy and objective, that why you are using email marketing, what kind of objective you want to achieve through email marketing, whether you need to send a information email, whether you need to send a promotional email, or you need to send a advertising email, or you need to send a regular email. So you need to define before taking and going on hands-on onto operation floor. The objective of email marketing is simple. You need to do strategic email marketing. And if you are not able to customize and strategize at this point, the objective of email marketing as a tool to achieve marketing and sales target will not be able to achieve. You will not be able to achieve. So the first critical step in strategical thinking about email marketing is at that level, before going to a operation floor or shops floor, that you need to define that what objective need to be achieved, which particular audience need to be sent what. Simple promotional stuff sent to encourage potential customers to buy a product or service or convince current customers to keep buying. And each of these type of mails will help you establish your brand. Regular communication sent mails to potential customers or current customers, how things are going on, to strengthen the relationship between the business and the customers and encourage the loyalty of your customers. This is the only thing that every digital tool focus on, because there is no or very less loyalty in this digital world. Tell me something, how many times it has happened that you wish to purchase a mobile and you compare the rates on Amazon, Flipkart and Snapdeal, and wherever you get a best deal, you just switch on, irrespective of the fact whether you have taken up the stuff from Amazon regularly or you are a prime member of Amazon. How many times it's happened? Please put in one if you have done this in past. If you find a better rates at Flipkart or any of the site Meta, you have switched on to that particular site to make a purchase. No response so far. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So this is the most important thing. And just go little back in the history. What is happening in traditional way of marketing? That if you have a good rapport with one particular shop, irrespective of the fact that that particular shop is selling you a mobile for more 250 bucks or 500 bucks, you still stick with it. Is it true or not? Put in one if it's true. That's great. Thank you, Mr. Khan. Thank you, Mr. Sheikh. But in case of digital marketing and digital world, there is no loyalty, or loyalty is at the lowest. There are no brand loyalties. There is only one thing which customers are loyal in the digital world: best scheme, best deal. That is what every customer is loyal about. If I am getting a mobile device for 1,000 bucks at Amazon, but I'm getting at 950 bucks at Flipkart, I'll switch on. No brand loyalty. And that's true. In modern day marketing, there is no brand loyalty. There is no loyalty with Amazon or Flipkart or anything. It's just loyal to the deal where I'm getting the best deal. So email marketing helps you to increase that. Now you can increase that through various different stuff through email marketing. That's a part of a broader discussion actually, and need to be strategized according to the product, service, and the audience and the segment. And then you send regular advertisement through mails to your audience so that you can keep them interested into your service, into your brand, into your product. So this is what different types of emails we keep on sending. Now the objective of whatever mails we send need to be only one. And can you think what is the objective of all these different type of mails while we are sending, whether it is a information email, a transaction email, or a dedicated email, or a promotional email, or a regular email, whatever type of email, whatever you may call, what is the single motive behind these email communication? Anyone? Just one word. In one word, can you define what is the objective? To get a target customer, as Mr. Sheikh says. What else? To attract the customer and update them. So far, so good, Mr. Prasun. What else? You're giving me a complete phrase. Just one word. Can anyone guess a one word? Effective communication, Mr. Shekhar. That's too close. Communicate, save time. make high sale. That's the end objective, Mr. Prasun. You are right. But one word, customer satisfaction. Follow up with the customer. Thank you, everyone. Everyone is right. Everyone is right in their own context. But the one word and the modern day mantra of digital marketing or internet marketing or digital world that I'm giving you, and that's the modern day tactics. If wherever you are working or studying, the future will be onto this word, and that is engage with your customer. Engagement. Engage with your customer. Keep on engaging with your customer. And you are using email tool to engage with customer. Keep on letting your customer know, I am there, I am there, I am there. I am there to service you. I am there to offer you. You might have this, you might have that, but keep on engaging. Keep on engaging. Keep on communicating what you want to engage with. This is the modern day business tactics. And those brands will be recalled. Those organizations would be recalled the most now in modern day, who get maximum engagement with their customers. So how many times it happens that you see a commercial on a TV and then get excited, let's try. How many times it happen? It happens or it doesn't happen. It happens with me as a consumer, as a customer, when I am seeing some commercial and get excited. Let's try once. This thing happens with you guys or not? Yeah, it happens. So if you engage with your audience, with your customer, the recall value of the customer for your brand or your service would be the high. You will be top in his passive mindset. In his passive brain, your brand, your service, your logo, your advertisement, your content will be the highest in the consumers or customers or your audience mind. So whatever type of mail you send, the bottom line is you have to engage with your customer. Customer should not feel left out after they have done one transaction of business with you. That's why you see sometimes it's a headache that you get so many mails once you registered on any of that site, let's say whether it's Amazon or Flipkart, Snapdeal. You get regular mails after shopping through them or not? You get it or not? These guys sends you mails, whether it's Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, or let's say you have done online business with any of that site for that matter. You get regular mails through them or not? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So sometimes it becomes really hectic. Yeah, why they are sending regular mails, but the concept is pretty clear. They want to engage with you. They simply want that you should remember them. Might not be that product or that service which you have already tendered or taken from them, but also for the future services. Now, if you see, the customization of emails or website is so much that if you've gone to this Amazon site and suppose you ordered a book 2 months back, and now in a meanwhile let's say search through, let's say, a tennis racket. So the promotional emails which you will get in near future would be about tennis racket. This is the level of customization. So they are simply capturing those pixels that while you are traveling onto Amazon after the purchase of that particular book, and you have searched for a new product or a new service, meanwhile they have start promoting or sending you the stuff about that latest thing. That is what this modern day email marketing is all about. So now we'll come to understanding how email works. It looks pretty simple, that from Gmail to Gmail it goes, from Yahoo to Yahoo goes. Anyone has a particular idea that how email is working and why it is necessary to have an understanding about it. Can anyone throw some light onto it? Is it possible? Now, how email works is a complex part, but why it's really important to understand is because of the fact when we are talking about strategical email marketing, we need to understand about a couple of things so that our mail lands up in inbox of that individual recipients. It looks pretty simple that I sent those mail and it lands to recipient inbox. But behind the scenes, lot of stuff is happening. A sender, when sending a mail using the mail user agent, that might be internal stuff of that Gmail software or a Yahoo Mail software or a Hotmail or Outlook Mail, whatever you are using. Now, what is happening is when you are clicking that and you say the mail need to go out, it is being carried by message transfer agent, MTA, or in some context you call it MDA, that is mail delivery agent, whatever you may call. Now, these are the stuff which are being identified or being read through in the internal cloud, in the internal world, and each router study that, routes that to your destination. Now, the best part is when it is moving out and when it is going to the global world, to the router, this internet, each router, while routing this particular mail to its destination, puts up exclamation saying that whether it is a good mail or a bad mail. Can anyone define when I'm talking about a good mail or a bad mail, what do I mean about a good mail or a bad mail? What is a good mail? Anyone? When I say good mail and a bad mail, what I'm trying to communicate here, or what I really want to talk about here? Which give complete information, content and user attractive. Okay. And when I say a bad mail, what is a bad mail? Anyone, anything about a bad mail? Okay, less info. See, when internet or these routers have nothing to do with the content of the mail. They only qualify the content in the context whether it is good or bad. And when we are talking about good or bad, we are simply talking about whether it's authentic mail or it's a spam. So mail being whether it's being a spam or not is being checked into this global network, that is by each router, and that's why while routing if they have identified that particular mail of yours as a spam, there is a high probability and a possibility that it will land, but it will not land in your inbox. It will land in any of the secondary boxes, or it will land in your junk mail. It happens in two ways. First thing is that the routers and this company networks all identify it. Sometimes what happens is, while checking up these mails, and you are sick and tired of these bullshit mails coming your way which you have not registered on, you have marked it as a spam. In that case, your mail user agent or message user agent has already identified that particular email address as a spammer. So what happens, that your MUA has already identified that email address as a spammer, and with behind the scene the softwares which work there, whenever those mails will be coming up, will automatically put into a category of a spam. So that's why when we are talking about modern day email marketing, we are talking about that these mails which are being coming through a brand or an organization which you might have taken up a service, or which you might not have taken a service, should land in your inbox. So in just coming up slides, we'll be talking about this concept, how to put up a mail as a non-spam mail and as an authentic mail. Sometimes you might have seen that you are receiving a lot of mails where you have not even registered or not even asked for that kind of information. Is it happening to you guys or not? It happens or not? Tell me, is it's happening with you guys? You receive a lot of unwanted mails. Have you ever thought from where these mails are coming? Have you ever thought and visualized who is sending these unwanted mails? So, yeah, Sheikh, you have visualized it. Please, can you throw some light onto it? Yeah, Nishu, please. So, what is happening is, in context of India, these email databases are being sold out. Sometimes what happens is that you might have given your email ID in any of the petrol pump, where they just carry on with leaflets, sir, you just fill up this and you will receive a lucky draw. Have anyone come across these kind of things specifically on petrol pumps or gas stations? Right. Or you might have entered some branded store or something like that, and you have given your emails. So what happens, crap people sell this data. They sell it, and these kind of organization who has nothing to do, they really don't know about who you are, what are your likes and dislikes. They just throw these kind of mails, and lies on a probability that if it might extend you, if it might interest you, you might go ahead for the service of that particular organizer, of that particular user who has sent that mail. So this concept, this is how it works. But in long run, when we are talking about strategical email marketing, these things doesn't work actually. So when we talk about strategical email marketing, what we talk about is that this mail of ours, which we are sending, we should be smart enough that it should not be categorized as spam, either in this cloud network, the traffic network in the internet, and while it lands up at your station, it should not be registered as a spam, and it should eventually lands into your inbox. So our complete designing an understanding of strategical email marketing is on this graph, which totally defines that how the mail need to be generated and how it need to travel so that it reaches its destination into the inbox of that individual. After passing the hurdle of the global network, because the rules and regulations or the laws of the global network are much simple, because they, yes, Abhishek, we would be talking about strategical email marketing. It will be coming in future slides and future sessions. Just wait. Let's not jump. Let's go step by step. Yes, we will be talking about strategical marketing. Thank you for your understanding, Abhishek. I appreciate. Thank you so much. So the second hurdle for your mail to reach company's network is the company or individual security zone. And when we talk about this security zone, we are talking about firewalls, we are talking about antiviruses, because the individual customer or that individual who is using this particular stuff on his desktop or a company's network or a company's LAN or company's MAN might have more stringent rules and laws to access outside mail which is not originated for that particular company domain or company's domain. So again, if you might have seen some of your guys who are working might not have access to your outside mails of Gmails or Yahoo, which are generated from public network into your company's network. Is it so or not? Have you got these kind of environment or not, where you cannot access your Gmails, Yahoo in your corporate environment or your during work hours in your organization? Have you faced this? Have you seen this kind of a thing? Challenge where you are not able to access your Gmail or Yahoo in your workplace? So it happens in more complex environment which totally want to secure from outside threat. There are two levels of security where we have firewalls, we have antiviruses, and we have firewalls. They simply restrict all these kind of mails which are not generated from your domain. So this is what this is how actually email works. And when we talk about strategical email marketing, we always keep this particular stuff in our mind, that we should make sure that the mail reaches its destination successfully. Now, types of email marketing: legate, permission-based IT, permission-based marketing, and illegate spamming. Now, Abhishek, now here's your part. When we are talking about strategical marketing, as an organization, strategy of email marketing starts from the first level when I was talking about that what kind of a mail I have to send. So the strategical email marketing started from there. You can just make point out of it. Now, can anyone make me understand why would organization go for, or any business go for illegate mail as mentioned here? What is illegal mailing actually, or spamming as I have written here? Can anyone explain me that? And sometimes organization opt for that also. There are business models where they go for illegate mailing. Why would anyone do illegate mailing? Can anyone throw some light onto it? Anyone, any idea please? Why would company do illegate mailing? and they don't do it directly. Sometimes they do it indirectly through not through their authentic mail servers, secondary mail servers which have been kept for this particular job. So, is anyone remembering? I will just check out how attentive you are. I'm not making you sleep, and I hope you are not missing India versus Sri Lanka today. So I will just test you. I just 20-30 minutes back, or during the start of this session, I mentioned something about marketing. What did I mention? Anyone remember that line? Continuously connect with customers. Yes, absolutely right, Pulak. But I mentioned something about marketing. Can anyone remember that? I will see after a good lunch on Sunday noon how many are with me on this session. I'm not making you sleep. So anyone can recall, I just made a statement 20-25 minutes back regarding marketing. Huh? Do you guys can just recall it? Engaging customer, that's absolutely right, Chandan. But I made, you are not, you guys are not listening to my question, what I'm asking. I'm precisely asking about marketing. You are right. You are not wrong, Chandan here. But I'm eager to hear those words which I mentioned. Something about marketing, promoting your brand service. That's absolutely fine, Akib. You are absolutely right about it. But I mentioned something about marketing. What did I mention? Modern day mantra. Ah, Prasunno. Get a target audience. Mhm. Still missing that, Chandra. It is advertising for goods or product. Not really, Abhishek. Close, but not on the target, huh? You are close. You are right, Abhishek. I'm not saying you are wrong, but I want to hear those magical words, huh? Sometimes, it's like you are dating someone for quite some time, 3-4 years, and when a time comes, you find it tough to say out those three magical words. It's the same feeling here. I want to hear those words. What I just already mentioned to you guys 20-25 minutes back. I want to, I'm really eager to hear those magical words that I talked about marketing. So I guess everyone missed that out, huh? I mentioned marketing is a contest for attention. Do you remember that, guys? Are you able to recall? I mentioned marketing is a contest for attention. Did I mention that or not, guys? Thank you, guys. Thank you. I was eager to hear these phrases. And so now, what is happening? You guys need to understand the dynamics. Dynamics is simple. You send. After 1,000 times you send these things, there might be a probability. It's just a game of probability. And all those of you who have got maths in their class 12, might have gone through this law of probability, which simply says probability can never be 1. Probability will always be less than 1. So the probability is low, but the game of probability simply says that out of 1,000 times, out of 10,000 times when you are sending this kind of mail, there is just might be a 0.1, 0.0001% probability that your mail is read or your word is sent across. So these guys play on that probability formula and they keep on sending these mails. So sometimes you might have also seen that if your mobile device sometimes have got some virus or misbehaved because of some external threat, you might have seen many times that your Amazon app is getting installed automatically. Did it happen to someone or not? Did it happen to anyone that you don't had a Amazon app into your a mobile app, but somehow your mobile got infected and behaved strangely, and Amazon, or that matter of fact for any other app of Snapdeal or Flipkart got installed into your mobile? Great, it happened. Anyone? Yes. So why it is happening? How it is happening? Have you ever thought? So if you have not thought about, so the reason is here. Illegate. Why? Simply, if something comes into you, the probability would be high when you're not in a good mood, or humans' nature is very adventurous. Humans are very adventurous. Let's try it once. Or it happens or not. Abey, you see your device and you get surprised. I never did this. What it is? Let me check it out. Do we have that kind of a adventurous nature in ourselves or not? How many times it happens that if something is has come up accidentally, we simply remove it. We check it once. It happens or not? It happens or not that if something has cropped up into our any of our electronic device accidentally, we still say, let me try, actually एक बार देख तो लेते हैं क्या ये क्या आ गया. Do we do this thing to ourselves or not? Before deleting it, we might take action, we might delete it, but before deleting it we say, let me try what it is. It is simple on that human psychology these simple organizations play on. If by any chance you like it and you explore it, they will capture those cookies, that will capture the data, which will help them to retarget you. And this is part again of strategical marketing, which we are talking about, not directly linked to email, but linked to any of the stuff which you are doing digitally, which might be through mobile marketing, which might be through Facebook marketing, which might be through social media marketing, and email marketing too, because they might have send you, or they might send you any of that stuff which is not involved directly actually. So this is what illegate marketing or illegate email marketing is about. And when we talk about legitimate permission based marketing, that is, we are talking about collecting emails and building lists. Now when we say permission, can anyone help me understand what kind of a permission we are talking about? What kind of a permission we are talking about? Can anyone define that? What kind of a permission we are talking about here? And why permission? I have two questions. If someone can help me and have a better understanding, when we talk about permission marketing, why permission and what kind of a permission? So you can simply break this question into two parts when we are talking about what kind of a permission and why permission. And when you are building up a strong strategy for your email marketing, this why parts play very important role. Subscribed customers. Haha. What else? Anyone else, please? So when we are talking about permission marketing, we are simply asking for a permission to send a mail. Now, what Mr. Sheikh has written here, that is subscribed customers, is almost right. But here, I just want to modify one thing, that not necessarily they are your customers. They might be someone who is interested in your newsletter. He might be someone who is just interested to hear about some new discounts or new schemes, new service. He can be your customer. It's no doubt about it. But the potential of making him a customer is pretty high. But once you have taken a permission, you have only been authorized to send mail. Whether he has taken up your service or not will make him customer in the second or the third stage. The first stage of legate permission marketing, he is just a potential customer and he has just subscribed to receive that information from you. So legate, when we talk about legate or permission based marketing, we are totally talking about that we are being authorized to send our communication through digital channel. Simple as that. It doesn't authorize us to, we can sell something, no doubt about it, because we have been authorized. But whether the sale will happening or not, there is no guarantee about it. Am I making myself understanding this point? Are you guys clear about it? Kindly put one if you feel you have understood the concept of permission marketing. Thank you. So in modern day email marketing, the concept is we are being authorized to send mails, and why it is necessary. The first stage of email marketing, what kind of a software you use, whether it is a web-based software, whether it's a client-server software, the first and the most important part of that software is whether your email list or email IDs are authenticated or not. So this authentication simply means that you have received those email IDs by the owner and you have not purchased that ID through some legal activity, or you have just not went on to any particular website and just snatched through it or spam through it. And this is a very important strategical decision, that how you would be building up your email list, because your email marketing would be totally dependent upon this particular concept. If you go out in the market, let's say you start your business today, let's say you start your cafe today and you want to communicate, you might be having some authenticated email IDs with you, where these subscribers or these potential customers or your loved ones or your friends has given you email ID in a traditional way. But when you would be applying these email IDs in a modern day software, the first question mark would be put to you: are these being authenticated? Have you earned these email IDs? So if you are incorporating, or if you are importing that list, let's say, from any of your software application or your contact list, each software would ask you whether these are preparation based, or these authorizers, these users have given you this particular email IDs themselves or not. And if the software identifies that these kind of ID is not existing or not being collected by you legally, they will block you. If it happens initially, each software has a different algorithm behind it. If it happens that these IDs are blacklisted or these IDs are not in existence, might be whatever reasons, and the mail which are going to them are bouncing back or not getting delivered, you will be blocked. And in the internet cloud, the routers who are heavily communicating with the ISPs will give the lowest priority to your mails and to your domain name. And eventually, if it becomes a regular feature and a regular style that you are just throwing mails, you will be blocked. You will be blacklisted. How many times it has happened to you that you have seen that a particular mail is coming to you through particular email ID, and after a week or a month, same content of that mail is same, but it is coming through a different ID. Have you seen that in your inbox or in your mails? Have you seen that? Has anyone faced that? No. Yes. Sheikh says no. Okay. Chandra says yes. Anyone else? We are having 50% here. 50% yes and 50% no. Anyone else who has faced that? There might be kind of a spam mail, but the content remains the same, email ID changes. That's fine. Okay, Polak, you have also not faced it. So that's fine. You know, if you're lucky guys who have not faced it. So what I'm trying to point out here is that this happens only when the domain name gets blacklisted, and this particular organization, true to their nature and true to being themselves, they change the domain name and start doing the same business with a new domain name. So what they do is once they get blacklisted and blocked by a ISP or a particular internet community, the domain name gets blocked or blacklisted. What they do is they simply change the domain name. Now a new domain name is not being blacklisted, and they don't really know who is sending it. But sometimes, you know what happens if they even change a domain name, they are not able to send it. Can you guess why? Changing of simple domain name might not allow you to send the same spam mails. Can anyone guess why? If you are into a business model where your business requires that you should send 10,000 20,000 mails altogether every day. Okay, Sheikh, what I'm saying is, let's say you change a domain name and you want to send a spamming mail through that new domain name, but you are still blocked. You're not able to send it. Why? After changing your domain name. So we are going through this spamming part through strategical features. It is bad, it is illegal, but sometimes some business models requires that. Web pop-ups tracked. It is being tracked, but you have a new domain name. You have not done anything through that domain name. How you can be tracked? Let's say if I am new and I come across in your city and do something misadventurous, how will you track me? You can only track which has a history. You cannot track something new. I am still repeating, from strategical point of view, please make a note about it. Illegal spamming models are bad. Your credibility in market goes down, but there are certain business models which still requires that, and you need to have a basic understanding about it. If this thing happens to you, what you need to do? No, Sheikh, if someone is registering a new domain name, will not go with same email ID. Anyone else can think about the reason? Now, too many what, Chandra? Spam. This is a new domain name. You have registered a new domain name. You are just starting and you are being blocked. You are not doing anything, Chandra. I'm rephrasing my question. You have purchased a new domain name. You are about to send. You have not done any kind of business activity through that domain name till now. So in most complex environment, too many invalid email IDs. My dear brother Chandra, you have not done any business activity with that. You're about to do this. Whether the email ID is valid or invalid, it will only happen once you are able to send something in the outer world. What I'm saying is you are not able to send anything through that domain name. Okay, so let me clarify what happens here is if these things kind of issue comes up, it's because your IP has been tracked down. Your ISP is being tracked down. The internet services which are you have been using has been tracked down, but it is on the issue is on the infrastructure side. The issue is in your IP address. Now the question is that if you need to these kind of activities, you need to maintain a different ISP for different stuff. This becomes a real issue in more complex environment where we say we need to customize our environment, customize our email environment. So if we are doing the spamming, whether we are doing it intentionally or we are doing unintentionally, we should make sure that our official channel of communication, that is our official uh, internet, which are being used for all the authentic and legal purposes, should not be used for these spamming purposes. If things have gone really bad, you will be blocked, and your future communication with that network will also be marked as blacklisted or blocked. So it is always advisable to keep two systems. Like in your complex environment, you have Airtel connection and a Reliance Jio's connection. Two different connections will be giving two different IP addresses to you for your future communication with the global world. Now, you might be wondering who does spamming, right? Who really want to do it? So I don't know whether you are aware of these facts or not. There are a lot of KPOs and BPOs running in an offshore model in India. So what is happening is these individuals who are working in these KPOs and BPOs for their clients in US or Canada or any other European countries, in whatever model they are working to increase sales and increase business, the clear objective is to increase the numbers of sales, pre-sales, advertisements, whatever, increase the bottom line, increase those numbers. So what they do is they spam. Sheikh is saying when I change my IP address but the network provider is same, then also block will happen. Absolutely right, Sheikh. This is what I was precisely mentioning, that when you are communicating with the outer world, if your ISP is not supporting you, then you have some serious troubles. You, if as an organization, if you're not having a good relation with your ISPs, because ISP has given a dedicated IP address to you and you might use it. So when I'm talking about KPO and BPOs, I mean to say business process outsourcing and knowledge process outsourcing business units, BULAC. So these organizations, these executives who are working into it, they just whatever email ID you get it from these countries, they just throw. And that's why I don't know whether any one of you have worked in this BPO or KPO kind of an environment. You might have seen sometimes the internet is down. We are not able to send mails. Is anyone has worked into these BPOs and KPOs kind of an environment, and you heard about it? So the reason is, if you are into that business model where you have to increase sales and you have a lot of targets, so you throw these mails, and you throw these mails without any permission, without even knowing that these mail IDs are authentic or not, whether they are in working condition or not, and you are just spamming. If a particular ISP identifies that this particular domain name is throwing these kind of mails on a regular basis, he will reduce your priority. He will reduce your weightage. And when the weightage of your email gets reduced, whatever kind of a mail you are sending, it will be delivered late. When other important mails have gone, or when the network is on the peak hours, it will be given low priority. So that's why the first and the most important thing in email marketing business model is to build up your list which is authentic, working, and which has been collected by you legally, where the potential customer or your audience has willingly provided you their email ID. So any business that you need to be make it successful with the concept of email marketing, you have to go for a permission based model where customers authorizes you to send him the mail, and whatever the mail communication may be, whether it is a content, whether it's a video, whether it's pics, the customer or the potential customer or your audience has authorized you to send those kind of communication. This permission based and spamming are being termed as single opt-in and double opt-in. So when we are talking about single opt-in, these email addresses are not confirmed. Means when you are when you have occupied or got hold of these email IDs, you don't want them to be authenticated. So when we talk about single opt-in, means you are just sending a mail to them, you're not asking them to be authorized. Anyone can submit anybody's address to the list and it will be there until it is unscribed. Simple. So when we say single opt-in, we simply says we have simply shoot out the mail, nothing else. Now I give you an example. What happens many of times that you go onto a site, you put up your email address for anything. Let's say you go onto a website, and that website says please put in your name and email ID, and then on that email ID they send a mail and say that a mail has been sent to your email ID. Please click to confirm your email ID and avail the services. How many times you have seen these kind of mails or activity? So many times, Sheikh. What about others? Many times. What about others? Have you gone through these kind of a process where you feed in your email ID and they say, please, a mail has been sent to this ID. Kindly click the code and confirm your mail ID? Many times. This is double opt-in, my dear friends. This is double opt-in. This is the example of double opt-in. So in digital language, we call it a double opt-in, where a subscriber is being asked to authorize you. Whereas in single opt-in, there is no authorization. You simply put a mail and you will avail the document or an e-book or a service or future communication from that particular website or a business unit or an organization. If you are not being asked to authorize, that's a single opt-in, where a confirmation mail is being sent to your email ID and being asked to click that authentication code or authentication link into that mail ID. That is part of double opt-in. So the best practice in the market is double opt-in. No one goes for single opt-in. Why? Can anyone explain why? Can anyone guess it out? Why single opt-in is not in practice and double opt-in is in practice? Anyone, can you guess why single opt-in is not a good practice and double opt-in is in a good practice? My dear friends, are you clear with single opt-in or double opt-in? First of all, can you put in one if you have understood single opt-in and double opt-in? Abhishek, you have not understood. Okay. Okay, Abhishek, everyone, please hear me. Any website which is asking you to put up your email ID, your name, that's the first part. And that particular website sends a authentication mail to your email ID and ask you to confirm your email ID by a link sent onto that particular mail is being double opt-in. When you register on a website by putting your email ID and that website sends a mail to you and asks you to click the link and confirm your email ID, and then they go to that particular target website or a service, whatever you require, is part of double opt-in. So Abhishek, are you able to understand it now? Can you put in one if you got it? If a website on which you are registering you sends you a mail by saying confirm your email ID by clicking that particular link, that is part called double opt-in. Abhishek, can you please put in one if you have understood it? Thank you, Abhishek. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so why single opt-in is not a good choice and double opt-in is the real practice being practiced in the market? Can anyone double opt because we send email after owner's confirmation? Okay, that's fine, Sheikh, but that's not the real answer. Anyone else would like to try? To grabbing the customer? Not really, Chandra. Lower delivery risk. Sheikh, I guess you are getting close to it, but you're close, Sheikh, but that's not the real answer. Can you try once again, Sheikh, please? Double, Amit Kumar says more security. Abhishek says double up because here name and mail ID are put it. Abhishek, you are also close. You are just missing the one word, the magical word. Stronger proof of opt. Still close, Sheikh and Abhishek. If you can, guys can try one more time. You'll hit the bullseye. Sheikh and Abhishek, would you like to give it a try one more time? Higher engagement rates, subscriber. Sheikh, you are getting close, but you're not getting to the exact point of answer. If I may say, you're on the right street, but on the right street, you're not getting into the right house. You're close, my dear brother. Low risk of blocking. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's one critical thing. Okay. Now, before I guess asking you this question, why we are talking about single opt-in and double opt-in? Can anyone think about it? That why we are talking about these two methods of getting email IDs? Do anyone knows or think why we are talking about this? What importance they play? And I'm about to give you a very important lesson of digital marketing here. So, can you, anyone, just think about why we are talking about this single opt-in and double opt-in? What big difference they will make? Anyone, please? Guys, I guess you all are management students. Open, think out of the box. That's what I started off the session with. Think beyond limits.
Sir, hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, Abhishek.
Sir, sir, double opting. It is when I go to website, and some website are so many times I seen, and first time we have sent my mail and name, and then yes, I got a confirmation message, and then I have click this site and then open this link or website. So that is a double opting.
Right. So
Yes,
are you
single
trying,
opting.
Abhishek? Slow down. First of all, relax. First thing I want to understand: you are informing me or asking me a question? I'm not able to understand this thing. Whether you are asking me a question or you are telling me something. So what do you want to?
No, sir. Actually, sir, I have I asked double. What is double opting?
Okay, listen to me now very carefully. What is double opt-in? You go
Yes,
on, let's say, Amazon.com, right? Amazon.com asks you for a email ID. You put your email ID. Let's say you put your email ID as abhisheksarkar@gmail.com. Now, what Amazon will do is Amazon will send you an email on this email ID of yours, abhisheksarkar@gmail.com. Okay, you will receive the mail. You will
yes, sir.
open the mail, and in the mail, what will be written? In the mail, it will be written that, dear Abhishek, confirm your email ID by clicking the link in this mail. There would be a link in that mail, and they will ask you to click it and confirm your email ID, right?
Yes, sir.
So this process is called double opt-in. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So any website which sends you a link or sends you a mail and asks you to confirm your email ID, that process is called double opt-in. Okay.
What's the difference between single opting and double opting? It is
Okay,
a double
listen,
opting and single opting.
listen. In single opt-in, you will not get any mail to confirm your email ID. Okay. In
Okay,
double,
sir.
in single ID, Amazon will say put your email ID, finish. You will go to the next page, whatever it may be, or you will get the service or whatever you have asked for. But in double opt-in, you will not get that service unless until you confirm your email ID. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Abhishek, are you able to understand now? In double opt-in, you get a confirmation mail for your email ID. In single opt-in, you don't get any confirmation mail of your email ID. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Done.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So, guys, just coming back to the point, my question was why we are talking about single opt-in and double opt-in. Pulak says to getting response from customer and also security. Uh, that's not the real thing, Pulak. As management students, I want you to think beyond limits, out of the boundary, out of the box. Why we are talking about it? Anyone? Mr. Sheikh, you have been communicating a lot. Can you throw some light? Or Mr. Rakib or anyone else? Yeah, Chandra, you are absolutely right. Single opt-in is easier on the user. But my question is right now is why we are talking about single opt-in and double opt-in? What importance they play? Follow up again? Not really. To filter our exact customers. That will you be doing eventually. Who Amit? That's not in the first go. Actually, you will be doing it subsequently once the communication is open. Opportunity to communicate with the subscribers immediately. That's anyway, Sheikh, part of communication. That's the objective of email. But why we are talking about opt-in and double opt-in? Why they are so important in understanding? Why? Yes, guys, can you think? Can you think of something why I'm talking about it? Because of ISP blocking safety. No, no, Sheikh, that's not real thing. Increased engagement. Not really, Akib. Permanent customers, no, Pulak. Campaigns for email marketing. Not really, Akib. Guys, have you heard about email IDs being sold out? Give me one if you have heard about it or come across these kind of a stuff where email IDs are being sold out. Sheikh says yes. Akib says protection from spam addresses, no. Okay, answer me this, guys. I'm repeating my question again. Have you heard email IDs being sold out? Akib says yes. Yes, Chandra also says. So why? Why are being they sold? Now next question is why they are being sold? For money. It's about money, honey. It's about money. So now can you guess why we are talking about single opt-in and double opt-in? We are talking about single opt-in and double opt-in because it's about money, honey. It's about money. In digital world, the most important thing in your business is your email list. The money is in your email list. You will be able to build up strong money or strong sales if you have a good email list, if you have an authentic email list. No, Sheikh, it's nothing. For single opt-in, we have to purchase a list. No, nothing like it. Think out of the shell, guys. When we talk about money, you need to be very clear that I'm sending a mail to a valid email ID. I am sending an email to an authentic email ID. That is, that if I am sending a mail to Abhishek Sarkar and if I send a mail to Abhishek Sarkar at the gmail.com and there is no email ID by that name, I have wasted an opportunity. But if I have got a valid email ID, let's say asarkar@gmail.com, and it's a valid ID, my mail will go directly on that mail ID. So by double opt-in, we are making 100% sure that we are getting the authentic email ID. We are getting the right email ID of the customer. In single opt-in, we have no system to verify whether the email ID opted by the customer or the audience or the client is right or authentic or not. Because in single opt-in, there is no mechanism of checking that email ID. And we really don't know whether that email ID being put in by the user in a single opt-in process is valid or not. Whereas in double opt-in, we confirm that the email ID being put in by the user is a valid email ID. And for a future communication, our mails will not be bouncing back. Henceforth, the mail communication which we'll be sending on this email ID will be landing into the mailbox. That's the only one part. Whether it would be landing in the inbox or not, we are not talking about here. We are simply talking about that the mail would be landing in the mailbox. Where it be going, that's the second part of the story. We'll be talking about it later. But if we would have been sending a mail ID on a wrong email ID which has been provided during a single opt-in process, there is no validity. There might be a intentionally this user might have put in a single wrong email ID. Why to get a crap? Simple. Because in digital marketing, the money is in your list. Are you guys able to understand that? Why double opt-in is more important than single opt-in? Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you, Pulak. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, money is behind double opt-in. Money is in the email list. So, it is very important to have the right database, to have the right email. There are two things, two objectives. First, once you have a right email ID, you will be making sure that your mail is reaching the right customer. Second thing, you will not be blocked by the internet cloud with the internet where your email ID is a right one. So you will not be blocked. There won't be any bounces. There won't be any soft bounce or hard bounce, and your mail would be landing up. Simply giving weightage to your domain, to your email ID, saying that you are doing a legal one. And if you are having a double opt-in, it simply authenticate the process and you get the right email ID. So you will be sending up your mails to the right individual. And you have a valid email ID, and it's all about money. The money is in the list. Better the list, better the business. It's all about business here. So list simply defines how good your business is all about. you know it's very important to build up a valid email list to do the business. If you are not able to maintain a valid email list, it would be tough to do business actually. So your email list totally define what kind of a business you are doing, how authentic you are. The size of the list totally demonstrate your reach to your audience, to your customers, and thought leadership of your organization and business. It simply defines this is how internet cloud or internet community or internet traffic looks out to you when your most of the emails or maximum emails are being landing to their customers. It simply defines how strategically you are originating your digital content, how you are reaching your potential customer and audience, and what kind of a leadership your organization possesses. So this is why an important tool before you do any kind of a business, and this is how you build up. The most important thing in email marketing is the list, and this is how you build up a authentic list. So guys, are we clear with single opt-in and double opt-in? Please press in 1. And if you have any doubt, any question about single opt-in and double opt-in, please feel free to speak in or punch in your question. Thank you, Pulat. Thanks, Amit. Thanks, Chandra. Thanks, Akif. Thanks, Sheikh. So always remember, as a digital literate, the first strategical decision that you're gonna take for your email marketing is that whatever communication you need to send to your potential customers, that has to be a double opt-in, and that's a one-time features. You don't have to put in that double opt-in feature again and again. One time when the first potential customer is coming onto your website, you simply put up a double opt-in algorithm. Once they confirm, you are all good. You are good for lifetime, unless and until that guy or individual customer changes his email ID. So this has to be a one-time process when you are initiating a communication, and this is how we build up our email list, because it's all about money, and money is in the list. There are some professional tools to carry out these email tools. There are variety of email tools. One is like YesPair, another is like Polymail. I've just put up a lot of there are a lot of things in the market, but I have put up 2 tools which are being specially used in the circuit for promoting sales. The feature remains the same of each tool. The feature is to customize your emails as per the objective, to track them, measure them, what is happening or not, and making an effortless approach where you have ready-made templates to customize your emails. You don't need to customize with your own creativity. There are ready-made templates where you can do the stuff automatically. So these email tools are being specially designed from sales objective, for the sales team, where you can track, measure, optimize sales through these email marketing strategies. And now when you are talking about email marketing, the next strategical step that you need to take is you need to define what kind of a tool you need to use. Once you have defined your objective, you need to define what kind of a tool you need to use. Because if you are clear about your objective, then it will be clear and easy for you to use that prescribed tool. If your objective is simple communication and promotion, then you might not go for a sales tool. You might go for a simple tool which is simply customizing your emails as per the current festival or current season, and which are not having any sales pitching, simple promotion. The objective, the later objective might be of sales, but that email is simply communicating what is happening. But if your real target is sales, then you might not be simply sending a promotional mail. You will be sending a promotional with a proper sales pitch and sales call to action, where you would be inspiring an individual customer to take action on that mail. So as a strategy of email marketing, the first and the most important strategy you can guys make a point about it is you need to define why you want to do email marketing. Because once you define that why, the future line will be falling in place. It's a chain reaction. If you're not able to define the objective you want to meet out through email marketing, you'll not be able to do justice to email marketing. So the first and the most important strategical step in email marketing you need to take is define your why. Why you are going for email marketing. In digital business, every option is not for everyone. Let me be very clear about it. You might be a business, which is heavily requiring in social media, but what kind of a social media tool you need to use? That's very important. You might be, going on and promoting stuff on Twitter, but Twitter is not for you. Might be it's Facebook. So you need to focus on Facebook. So as a business owner, as a owner of the business, you need to totally define that what is your objective, what you need to achieve, and then define. If in some certain scenarios email is not falling into your strategy, that is okay, let it be. No issue about it. But you have to define your why before meeting the future. So these tools are simply helping you to design your customized templates, track them, follow up with your customers automatically, define a sequence of emails which has to go, whether it has to be a reminder mails, whether it has to be a phone call reminder, or any specialized mail in a form of a newsletter need to be sent through. So this all communication can happen through this YesWare tool or a Polymail kind of a tool where the objective is totally defined. But you need to again define what kind of objective you need to track down through your business model actually. So this is what these tools happen. And might be possible that you don't want to track a lot of these customization. You need to simply define or sending mails. So when you need to simply talk about sending mails, you might even talking about bulk mailing. So anyone can define what is bulk mailing, whether it is a good option or not. So basically, guys, when we talk about bulk mailing, we are simply talking about illicit part. We are simply talking about spamming. Right person, we are sending mail to thousands. Now, when we are sending this mail to thousands, we might have a permission-based email IDs. We might not have a permission-based IDs. A category of a mail. But the objective of bulk mailing is simply send it to the masses. Send it. No objective, no talking, no target customer, no targeting audience. permission based IDs. No person in bulk mailing, we might have it, we might not have it. Permission based IDs. So the concept is we are just mailing out and we really don't know how many of them will be taking action. So I didn't got it, Prasun. Can you elaborate onto it? What you were saying and where we categorize it? Prasun, can you come up again on that? Probably I'll be answer you better once you elaborate that. Yeah, sure, Prasun. Go ahead and speak. No problem. Yeah, Prasun, can you be a little bit louder? I'm not able to hear you. Your voice is really feeble, Prasun. Can you be a little bit louder? Yeah, it's still feeble, but okay, go ahead, Prasun.
For example, I take an example. If there is a Myntra, they have a lots of numbers of customers. For selling anything, they have to categorize everything because there's number of customers who purchase daily from Myntra for weekly. So according to that, they categorize that, and according to that, they give an offers to the customer. So on that basis, it may be helped.
Prasun, let me correct you. You are partially correct. Not, can you unmute yourself? Who's that? I don't know. There's a lot of disturbance there. Thank you. Please mute yourself. I'm not able to hear. Please mute yourself. There are a lot of unwanted sounds coming up from the background. Guys, can you mute that? Who's that? Not able to. There are a lot of disturbance in the background. I guess we need to stop the session here. We have sounds here which we cannot hear. We'll continue from the next class from bulk mailing. I guess we call it a day here. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.